Mhm.
Sir, you have cleared two examinations. What are your tips regarding the preparation for the interview?
Yeah. In the interview, mine experience was last year's that I got very little time. Once the mains exam result was out, I hardly got 2 weeks time to prepare for interview, and the second day itself, my interview was there. So I had made this mistake that only after I see my name in the PDF after the result, then I start preparing for the interview. That was a big mistake, and it costed me dearly. Not because they asked some questions in the interview which was out of the box, but because I didn't have the confidence that I have prepared the content well. So that confidence was missing. So the moment I entered in the interview room, I had this feeling that, oh, I have not prepared well. So somehow it affected my motivation, and I could not score much, though I scored more than average. My score was 173. But in the forest interview, I had this thing in mind that I could not do well in the interview. So once my civil service interview was over, I started preparing for the forest service interview even before the result was out. So I had done everything, whatever word was there in the DAF, I had the content for that, right? So doing DAF is very much important. People do many things, current affair, etc. There's some people even revise GS, but they miss the DAF. So every word that you have written in your DAF becomes a question, and one can think of questions, right? If I suppose my home is in Darbhanga, so I should know what is the population, what are the problems of Darbhanga, what is the issue of social issues, what are there, why is Darbhanga in news, if at all. If my birthday is on say 1st of July, then I should know and the importance of 1st of July in other things. Even coachings help you in knowing those questions. But at the end, you should also think what are the questions that can be asked and prepare well before you enter into the room. And on the day itself, when you are interview, go with the confidence that whatever they ask, if you don't know, say sorry. Some boards are very cordial, like mine was Chobesar board. And the moment I enter into the room, he made me very much comfortable that, if you don't know anything, say no. I do not expect you to know everything. And that is exactly I did. There were 3 4 questions which I didn't know, and it were factual questions. So again, they asked some questions based on facts only to know judge your honesty. If you bluff, then it will certainly go against you. So just politely say that sorry, you don't know as of now, but you will read about it. That line also matters, that you will read about it. It conveys that you want to explore more. And one more thing, that do not have this habit that the moment you listen the question, you say sorry sir or sorry madam, I don't know. If you don't know, at least take 3 second 5 second pause for it, so that you convey the impression that you are thinking about it, and then politely say that ma'am, I don't know, sir, I don't know this answer, I'll read about it. That also works. And many times they interrupt you in between. That is to test your patience. So do not become aggressive. Do not tell that let me speak like that. Whenever they interrupt you, just stop. They ask you another question, try to answer that questions, forget your last questions. That's how you can do. And again, my forest service interview was on the predictable lines. All questions, almost whatever I have done in the DAF, the questions were based on from that only. And that's the information that I want to share.
I think those are a very important set of tricks that all the aspirants should apply when they are preparing for their interview.